On this episode of What's on Your Plate, I got Devin, Ellen, and Robyn. Healthiness isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. When I start people on their fitness journeys, I like to change the way they approach food. People tend to think that eating healthy means you can't enjoy what you're eating. So I started a catering company to show that good food and healthy eating can go hand in hand. Join us as we combine food and fitness and find out what's on your plate. Hello everyone and welcome to What's on Your Plate. I'm Junior Wakefield. It is Fun Friday. And boy, do I got some new timers here today. Robyn, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I can't complain. How's your Friday so far?
It's going great.
Good. Now you got some food.
I know. I'm super excited. I've been smelling it for about 20 minutes, and I'm dying to.
That's all right. Now you, this is our third show together.
Yes, sir.
Which is pretty cool because we had Jessica and then we had just Anthony yesterday.
Yes.
And now we got these two right here that you can go back and show the camera on so to see how nervous they get. I know
They
Ellen.
seem to be a little timid. But
It's all right. Ellen's been touching my leg and I've been trying to tell her to stop. Her husband's on the other side over there. So, but anyway, that's how nervous she is. Yeah, look, put your hands on the table. There you go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ellen, how nervous are you? How you doing, Ellen?
I'm good.
Okay, you're gonna have to get
Maybe
closer
on like
to the
a
mic.
scale of 7 from,
What, being
from 1
nervous?
to 10. Yeah.
That mic will not bite you. Let me slide it
It will
closer
not.
towards you. How's that?
I think it's better.
Is it better? Are you uncomfortable?
No.
That's a lie.
Liar.
That's
I'm
a
just
lie.
trying not to look at myself the whole time.
Why? Because there's a TV right there that you can see yourself in. It's
true.
And so we'll figure it out. Devin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Now, you didn't know what was going on
No.
before you got here, right?
Nope.
Neither did Ellen. No. How long you guys been married?
4 years.
4 years.
No. You guys don't have to. You don't have to say it at the same time, and you don't have to
We
repeat
do
after each
everything
other.
together.
We do.
That's awesome. What attracted you guys 4 years ago?
Actually, we've been together for over 10 now.
Okay, well, what attracted you over 10 years ago?
I think we met through a mutual friend, and we just kind of saw each other from across the room.
I caught him staring at me.
Yeah.
And I knew he liked me, and I was like, are we going to make this happen? And eventually we did.
Absolutely.
That was quick.
That's the
was
short
really quick.
version. Yeah.
That is the short
So
version.
the short version, as you were at a party filled with a lot of people, and you caught the eye, and you said you caught him looking at you across the room.
Right.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing a little Mexican Hispanic dress that was really low cut. Everything was
Devin.
all out there, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Okay.
I still have that
Still has
dress.
it.
I won't
Still
throw
has
it
it,
away,
yep.
yeah.
honestly,
I mean, it's really like worn, and like I maybe wouldn't wear it out in public, but it's sentimental now. So I keep it in the closet. Bring it out on special occasions.
That's none of our business. TMI. Too much information right there. We're gonna stop right there. It was how you met, and then now it's sentimental and all that other stuff. That's wow. You guys get married. What took you so long to get married?
We were young.
Yeah.
What do you mean you were young?
We were young when we got together.
But-
20,
We were 20 when
21.
we got to go.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you were 20 when you got together.
Yeah.
But you did everything that married couples do, and then you just decided to go and get married.
Yeah, we weren't in any rush to put a ring on it.
Well, hold on. That's you saying. That's you talking. Devin, were you in a rush to put a ring on it?
No, because
Because you knew she wasn't going anywhere?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So then what made you guys decide to get married then?
We had been talking about it for a while, just kind of, I would say, on and off. And one night we were at dinner, and her
She
brother.
wearing the Mexican dress?
She was not wearing the Mexican dress that
Okay,
night.
cool.
But one night we were at dinner with her brother, and her brother was like, "So you guys keep talking about this. Like, if we could do you all's dream wedding, where would it be, and what would happen?" And so we talked through that, and so our dream wedding was to go to Grand Teton National Park and get married there, which we ended up doing. And we got married at Jackson Lake Lodge, this really beautiful backdrop of the mountains and Jackson Lake, with a very small group of people, very intimate, and it was exactly what we'd always wanted.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how come you just couldn't do that 10 years or 5 years, 6, 7 years earlier?
I mean, I think we both had some growing to do. I think we also, financial considerations were thrown into this.
Now, okay, now here's the thing about finances. Now, did you
Sounds
guys
like
all of a sudden
college.
hit the lottery after you got married?
No,
No,
but
my brother did sponsor the wedding
Yes.
and helped us pay for it. So that
Oh,
also
oh,
was like,
well,
well, if
let's
you're
see.
going to help us right now, then we might as well just
absolutely.
get it done.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So now, which anniversary is more important? The one that you met, the one that you decided to live together, or the one you guys decided to get married?
We celebrate our wedding anniversary. We planned it, not meaning to, but it falls on the same day. Our dating anniversary and our wedding anniversary. Or the same week, technically.
Wow.
Because when we got together, we didn't know it was going to be a long-term thing.
Certainly.
Wait, when you got together, you didn't know it was a long time thing?
Yeah, we didn't expect it to.
You didn't expect it to be? Well, eventually the dress had to come off somehow. So I mean, you knew that was gonna, from the day you saw
It
it,
wasn't
you're
that
like,
night,
okay,
though. Isn't this a
Rob,
podcast
we-
about food?
Yeah, you jumped into that one pretty quick. And it was like, Rob, what'd you think? What do you think so far about them?
I think it's sweet. I think it's very sweet. As somebody who married somebody, 6 years after we started living together, I fully understand the whole waiting till you're ready thing. So
No, wait. Hold on. Let me go back. Now, you just said wait until you're ready. Ready for what?
to get married, it's a big decision.
A
Trust
big
me,
decision. Isn't it a big decision to be able to live together?
It is.
Isn't it a big decision to be able to take off that daggone Mexican dress?
It is.
Isn't it a
I
big decision to
fully
say, hey, you know what? We're together? Because when did you guys become exclusive? When you started dating?
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
you already, but in your mind, when you, guys, this is not a dating show, so I'm just giving you a heads up. But so a question.
You're trying to
When
hint-
did you know? When did you know that she was the one?
I would say
No, wait, let's get away from the Mexican dress. So,
so. A situation happened where my roommate gave me about 2 weeks' notice that he was moving out of the city, and I had to find somewhere to live pretty quickly. She actually let me come and live with her, and I would say 2 to 3 weeks into us living together.
did you start wearing your Mexican outfit?
Sombrero and all.
Sombrero and all. That, boy, look at here, look at there. I see Robyn cut the camera off of her real quick. So, wow. Okay, man, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, the story, I wouldn't say it was sweet. I mean, it was pretty cool. Ellen threw her own daggum spice in there by talking about a daggum Mexican dress. So, I mean, which is incredible. How do you guys make it work?
That's what I want to know.
I would say, we communicate about everything. We talk about everything that we can. Never go to bed angry. They're all have been pillars of our relationship. Never going to bed angry. Always communicating about things and making sure that we don't leave anything on the table. I think that's really important. I think in any aspect, in any successful relationship, not just marriage, but in any successful relationship, communication is key. And I think that whenever that communication breakdown happens is where you really start to see problems. So we're always very open with each other about every aspect of our lives and what we're doing and what our goals are, where we want to be, what we want to do.
Okay. There you go. Now, when you said communication, and communication is it's pivotal, but there also has to be respect.
Certainly.
And there's a level of respect that when you start that level of respect, you continue that same level of respect
Absolutely.
throughout the years. And so I think that's important. So that's my little 2 cents about that. Robyn, what's your little 2 cents?
I was going to say, trust and respect. That's like two major components that have to be there because, like you said, respect is paramount. I mean, you can't have any of the other things without that. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, we have just came up with some information for a bestseller book. So I just want to let you guys know. For $79.95, you too can get one of those books, or you can have all four of us come in your house. And
Counsel.
And, yeah, most definitely. And trust me, that counseling would be really interesting if all four of us got in there. So I can tell you that I can cook, and Devin can throw some wine out, Ellen can start off, and Robyn can finish it out real quick. Because after I eat, I'm leaving. So I'm just giving you a heads up. No, I'm just playing. But that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, when you guys talked about communication and you talked about trust and you talked about respect, how far did you have those when you found out you were coming on the show?
Oh, I mean, fully. Like, I knew that whenever she wanted me to come along, that she wouldn't put me in a situation that we couldn't handle, especially together.
Yeah, most definitely.
And also, I trust you, so.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's perfect. And Robyn, they don't know you, so they just,
Exactly.
they're just,
That's how much
Last
we
part.
trust you?
that's
Yeah,
how,
absolutely.
That's how it's trust. So, we talked about at the beginning, we talked about Jerry Springer's show. And guys, I just want to introduce you to Devin 7 kids that are about to show up that Ellen didn't know anything about. So, no, that would have been hilarious. I should have had just Anthony walk in the door and say, "Hey, Daddy." That would have been funny. That would have been funny. That would have been a good.
He would have gladly done that, too.
He would have. Oh, of course, he would have gladly done that. Oh, he would have played both roles.
Oh, for sure.
Just funny, but that's not the type of show we are. We're not throwing any chairs around. We're not doing crazy stuff. Now, one of the things that I have the opportunity to do, and I mention it pretty much on all 99 shows that I've done so far, is I have the opportunity to be able to cook, prepare, and share a passion that I have with the staff here at Real News, and I enjoy it. I have a blast. It is something that is, when it's a passion, it's not work. When it's fun, it's not work. When it's something that you enjoy doing and you enjoy doing on a regular basis, it's not work. And so I don't think of this as work. And so, I invite many different people to come on and actually to be able to judge the things that I cook and to give their opinion about what I cook. And listen, I'm not going to beat anybody up, or I'm not if they don't like it. Jessica was really pretty open when she talked about how she likes to have more salt, and I try not to over season things because I don't know what everyone's taste buds are, and so that's why I'm glad I know when she comes back on the show, I'll add some more salt and pepper and seasoning to whatever I make at that particular time. One of the best things about this is the staff never knows what I'm going to bring, and so I surprise them every time I bring something. Now, I know what everyone's favorite is. I know some people like spice. I know Jeff doesn't like spice. I know Jeff doesn't like seafood. And if say Jeff, I'm talking about Jeff Crilly. Jeff Crilly, who's the owner, who is a great mentor, who is just an incredible man, who is just, I don't know, there's many more accolades, but he's given me the opportunity to be able to do this and to have this platform. And so I'm taking full advantage of it. And I hope everyone out there enjoys it. So, which is great. So now I got Devin and Ellen here, and Robyn. This is Robyn's third show that we're doing together. Joe passed earlier, so he gets to be here on Friday because he's at Grandscape. And then also just to let you know, there is another studio at Grandscape, and there is also another studio in Fort Worth, which is pretty awesome. So I've done my Grandscape shows. I haven't been to Fort Worth yet, but that's on the horizon. So which is pretty cool. Now, Robyn, you've already started eating.
I have.
Okay, good. Now that's all right.
Sorry, I know I cheated.
That's a good thing. Now, one of the interesting things about Robyn is Robyn does not like spoons.
Really?
She will
know.
not use a spoon, except for yesterday when she used a spoon.
I politely used a spoon.
She
because
politely
I had
used a
a camera
spoon.
in front of me. And
Which is amazing. What are some of the things that you guys quirks or things that you don't like?
I don't know. I'm blown away by the spoons. How do you eat yogurt and ice cream and soup?
I said there were 3 questions. Remember?
Those are the same 3 questions. Those are the same 3 questions.
Every time,
that you
I'm
did
sure.
yesterday.
They were.
Anthony did the same thing. So
Okay,
just Anthony
we don't have
did
to
the
go
same
over it
thing.
again.
No, you can go over it again. It's incredible because it's interesting.
Yeah,
It's a
that is.
visual.
Because I said, cereal? Me and cereal, we're good.
Absolutely.
But which is amazing. And so go ahead, Robyn, tell your story.
Cereal dry with no milk, soup with a fork, and ice cream with a fork.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Isn't that
Soup with
amazing?
a fork.
Soup with a fork. Now, the only reason I would say soup with a fork, it would have to be something crunchy.
Yeah,
That I
absolutely.
would put like either cornbread or crackers in it to make it more
Thicken it up,
Yeah,
thicken it up.
I'm all about the
So,
broth when it comes to soup.
I do that.
so.
I do a lot of bread dipped.
Love
Okay,
bread.
Or
okay,
like I'll
okay.
make homemade pretzels, and I'll lay a homemade pretzel in the middle, like a soft baked pretzel.
That's awesome.
Oh, just kind of which is pretty cool. So now she's already trying to. What I want you guys to do, and I do apologize because I only brought 1 fork, but since you guys have been married, I don't think you guys mind.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
So I want you to go ahead and grab that plate, and I want you to go ahead and try it. Now there's 2 sets of ribs there that I have. One is a little spicy, and one is a little sweet. And then the mac and cheese. And one of the things that I use about the mac and cheese, and every time that I say this, because Patricia Dixon, who started this here, always said use Phage's Greek yogurt. Now I have not seen a check yet from Phage's Greek yogurt, but I keep using it, and it really is good. It really is good. So I want you guys to go ahead and try it. Why don't you go ahead and start eating?
Cool.
And then Robyn, since you've already started eating, go ahead while they're eating. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you think?
Oh, it's great. It's,
Okay, so-
the spice is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now on the broccoli, let's use the broccoli first. Now, does it have any crunch?
Yeah, it's got crunch.
Okay. There's a little spice to it.
A little bit of spice.
A little bit of spice. Now you guys, what do you guys start off with?
The broccoli.
Yep, I can hear the crunch.
Taste the spice.
What do you think?
There's a little, like, just a little touch of, like, sweetness to it, though.
Now,
he's
to let
going all in on his
now,
palate.
No, I was going to see. There you go. Now you can put that camera shot back on Devin because I'm going to talk about him for a little bit. Now Devin is a sommelier, okay, and his palate is he's learning more and more on his palate because he's able to taste sweet things, salty things, dry things, and different things like that. So that's one of the things there. So when he's thinking about it, it's his using his wine palate, which is kind of switching over to his food palate. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Man.
Get in there.
Yeah, see, that's a relationship right there. Go ahead. You don't mind eating on camera. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Don't mind eating on camera. That's it. So everybody's watching that. You know, listen, if you want to be on the show and just eat on camera, come on. Come on. Just send me that message and so forth, and we'll get you on
Oh,
here.
man. These are good.
Okay. Now, what's the flavor profile? Now, did you try, you did try the ribs, right, Robyn?
Of course, that was the first thing I went
Okay.
for.
And what did you think?
They're great. They're really good.
Now, can you taste the difference?
I can.
Okay, you can.
One does have a little bit more sweetness in it and less spice, and then the other one is definitely spicy and it's good.
Okay. Now, do you eat ribs on a regular basis?
It's kind of a funny story. I used to. Ribs were my favorite for the long time, and then way back in, I don't know, early 2000s, I had to judge a rib competition at the Bruceville Eddie May Fest. And there were 15 entries, and I was pretty tired of ribs after about the first 3 or 4. And so then they were like, no, you can't give up now. You got 15. So that was the last time I had a rib for a really long time.
Wow.
Yeah. But no, I've started eating them again. So that's been,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, good.
They're my favorite.
Well, good. That almost sounds like tequila stories that many have. When you say, "Hey, do you want anybody want a shot of tequila?" and they're like, "No." Everybody has a story where tequila kind of messed them up in a way. So,
I love tequila.
you love tequila?
I do.
Oh, now what's your favorite tequila?
Fortaleza.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Have you? It's of course all the Don Julios, the 1942 and stuff like that. There is I can't think of it. I'll think of it when I'm not trying to think of it. About a good tequila that I have. That's really nice. Okay, what do you think about the ribs?
Ribs are delicious.
Can you
Sweeter.
taste the difference?
Absolutely. The sweeter one tastes like there's some sort of, it tastes like there's brown sugar in whatever the rub you used. Possibly. I like the spice to it a little on the other one. But it's very mild. It's just like kind of
not too
spice. Yeah, spice on entry, and then it kind of falls off and mellows out, and the more smoky kind of meaty flavor comes through a lot.
Sweet. That's
So
there
good.
you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. I appreciate that one. Now, and I did not use brown sugar.
Okay.
I used agave nectar.
Really? Okay. I was like, because it's this like kind of caramelized flavor.
That's exactly what I wanted. And so what I did is I'm not going to give you all the secrets. I did add some spices to it, and then I put them on the grill and just let some smoke get to it, and then I put them in the oven,
Okay.
and then I left the oven open, and as after a certain amount of time, then I put agave nectar on them.
It's amazing.
Wait, and canola oil.
Really?
Yeah, which is something that's different. A lot of
Okay.
people don't. We probably never thought of that one.
No,
But then, I
definitely
left them open. I didn't wrap them up. I just left them open.
Okay.
And then what I did is I closed them. I didn't wrap them. I just close them, put them in a container, close it, put it in the oven, and then I turn the oven off
And just let it sit.
and just let it sit.
That's fantastic.
Good.
So good.
Now, what about the mac and cheese? You try the mac and
Haven't
cheese?
tried the mac and cheese yet.
Okay, try the mac and cheese. Now, again, one of the things about it is Phaedrus Greek yogurt in it, and I want to see if you can catch a little. There should be a little different taste in it. Robyn, what'd you taste?
There is a little different taste. It's like but it's a sweetness. Am I right? Am I in the right?
You're in the right realm.
It's a little harder to eat and push the buttons than I anticipated.
There you go. That's okay. Eat. You can stay right there. Stay on that picture right there and take some more bites. Devin, I see Devin's head sticking there a little bit.
I don't think I've ever had mac and cheese with yogurt, so that's very new to me.
The Phaedrus Greek yogurt.
Are you using cumin in it?
Nope.
Is it cinnamon?
It's like a sweet smokiness.
I don't know.
Paprika, maybe.
Boy, I love this one, boy. Because I'm telling you, when
It's
it
gonna be
comes to
something I would never think of. I'm sure.
You're right. It is something that you would never think of. And the amazing thing about it is it's that Devin is building his expertise in wine, and so his palate and his nose and his taste buds are something that is really sensitive. So he can catch some things. But one of the things that I enjoy doing is I enjoy creating dishes, simple dishes, and creating them the way that I like, and doing something different. Yesterday I used bacon drippings in a lot of things, and so what I did with the mac and cheese is when I put the Phaedrus Greek yogurt, I also used I used a blend of cheeses, but also what I did was I took some of the juice from the ribs and
Okay.
poured it in there and mixed it together.
That's awesome. So it's an interplay of all the flavors from the ribs.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
And one of the things I want to do is I wanted to try to get color. I wanted to try to get the different colors on there, but also incorporate a lot, because some of the spices and so forth that I use on the rib is what I use on the broccoli.
Okay, perfect.
So just to try to
That's awesome.
just to try to change it up so that
But it
when
all
people
goes
see
together and it
it all
works in
goes
harmony.
together.
That's awesome.
Now, there's pumpkin pie on the other side. I didn't make that pumpkin pie. No. And again, let me say, I can bake. I'm really good at baking. My problem is I bake and I eat, which is not a good thing. So if peanut butter cookies, you forget it. There's no way in the world that I could make about a couple of dozen of peanut butter cookies without eating a couple of dozen of peanut butter cookies. I can bake cakes. I can bake cakes, but I'm going, and here's my problem, is when you get a cake, whatever it is, and you take it out of the oven and you let it sit there for a little, and it just, the aroma just fills the house up, and you're sitting there looking and you're like, dang, that smells good.
Start drooling.
And then because a lot of times, and then what I'll do is if I'm going to put an icing on it, what I'll do is I will melt the icing and then pour it and just let it sit while it's still warm, so it'll kind of soak in a little bit. And then before that, I'll grab a knife and a fork and cut me a little slice out, and then I'll add more of the icing on it, and I'll sit there and take a bite and be like, that's a good one. And then there's this thing that you do, because once you let it sit even more so, all the flavors and stuff come together. And then I take another fork and another knife and take another slice, and then my main objective for whatever that dessert was is gone. That's it. That's a weakness. That's a weakness.
That's
Just
fair.
like I said, one of my biggest weaknesses is peanut M&Ms. Put them in the microwave for about 15 seconds, let the inside melt a little bit, and you have that crunch, and you put them in your mouth. Oh my goodness.
Good idea.
Something to
Oh,
try.
it is amazing. And don't do it with popcorn. Oh man, that's coma. That's coma right there.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
telling you.
Absolutely.
Robyn, what's your weakness? Besides pizza, I know it's
I was
pizza.
gonna say pizza.
I know it's pizza. Now,
Automatically.
pizza. You're a pizza fan, but what? And is pizza something that you just cannot overcome. You just can't stay away. If somebody walks in with the pizza right now, and I just put a pizza right here and leave it on the table.
Absolutely. I would fight someone for pizza.
So
That's awesome.
is it like one of those TikTok things where you tell the kids, don't touch this, don't touch, which is crazy in itself. Don't touch this, wait till I get back. And you see those kids looking at them like,
Yeah.
so is that what pizza does for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Ellen,
Recently, it's been the cheesecake at the restaurant. The
Cheesecake?
Cheesecake and the key lime pie. I always go back
lime
and forth
pie.
between them. I serve it all night.
she's a key lime
I
pie
watch
fan.
it.
That's my girl,
If you see
yes.
people eat it, I want to take one home too. That is my weakness right now.
That's another weakness. of
That's
mine,
right.
key lime
You said
pie.
that's right now. So if we put a cheesecake right here in the middle of the table,
Go to
and
town.
Yeah.
you wouldn't, you just couldn't hold yourself
Our
back.
cheesecake.
So you can see it, and people when you say "our," people don't know that because we're not getting paid. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, a cheesecake.
And a nice, dense, fluffy cheesecake. And a nice tart key lime pie.
Oh Lord, I'm about to get outnumbered on the key lime pie. Because Robyn, what is your favorite dessert?
Key lime pie. Yeah, second favorite is cheesecake. So yeah.
Oh man!
Oh
All
my
right.
God. Well,
Okay.
drop the mic. Thank you
Done.
guys for watching. Wow,
It's been
incredible. All right, Devin, what's your weakness?
Actually, dumplings, soup dumplings.
Really?
Yes. That and I'm more on the savory side. I like sweet things too, but duck is also my other weakness.
Really?
Yeah. Duck confit is one of my favorite things in the world.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that's not interesting. Now I have not prepared dumplings. I have not made dumplings, and I've been here for over, what is it? Almost 16 months now, and I've never made dumplings. And that's one of the things I'm gonna have to put that. I'm gonna have to put that
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. We'll do some dumplings and so forth. You can continue to keep eating. Anthony eats during the whole show, so if you want to take a bite, go ahead and take a bite.
Oh, thank you, Henry.
Yeah, we'll just put a
Did we
close up
make
on.
this,
We're gonna put a close up on you so we
Yeah,
can see it. No,
I
I
knew
didn't
it
make.
was coming.
I didn't make the plate
I was-
and the Texas toast.
It's Texas toast.
Yep,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Texas
Texas
toast.
toast.
Texas toast.
Go ahead, take a bite of Texas toast.
Thank you.
Go ahead. So it was better before I transported from here to there. Because why do I know? Because I took a couple of bites because I wanted the outside really crispy and I wanted the inside soft. Oh, that. I love bread. Okay, listen. Everybody knows I'm a big guy, so I love eating. I got a doctorate in eating. Yeah, I got a doctorate in eating. Got a doctorate in eating sweets. I got a doctorate in cooking. I'm joking around, but I love to eat and I love to enjoy certain things, and I love putting things together. So, which is one of my
Absolutely.
favorites. Now, Devin, when we talk about wine, so what would you put? Where would you pair with those ribs?
Syrah.
And you don't have to put a label. You don't have to put a label by it, but you whichever.
Syrah.
Yeah, what type of Syrah?
Personally, I would go Northern Rhone Syrah, either Cornas or Côte Rôtie.
Why?
So the ribs are, I would say, very balanced. There's not a flavor that really like sticks out or protrudes from them. Both of those wines are the same way. They're not going to overwhelm the food the same way that an Australian Shiraz would. Cornas is very smoky and earthy. It has kind of a strong iron element to it, along with that dark fruit that kind of interplays in the background. Côte Rôtie is a little bit more elegant. It's a little bit more lifted and aromatic, so you have a little bit more floral character that can kind of add into that and add another element, and I think would play well with that agave nectar as well.
That's awesome. Robyn, what do you say?
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, sounds great.
I get that a lot.
Respect.
I know.
Just
So it was like, oh my God! And for everybody out there knew what he was talking about. I know you understand it. For the ones who are just like, what in the world did he say? Break it down for him.
All right, so you have. We'll talk about from the base. Syrah is a grape that typically has black fruit character, so blackberries, black plum, black cherry. It also tends to take on spicy characteristics. So
By a
typically
black cook.
black pepper.
There you go.
And then purple flowers are a big indicator for Syrah. So these, depending on the type of soil or the area that Syrah is grown in, it'll take on different characteristics of the surrounding areas. A big example of that is taking on eucalyptus whenever it's grown in the Barossa Valley, because there's eucalyptus trees everywhere. We're taking on the iron content in the soil in Cornas, like I was talking about. So it has this kind of like gamey, almost like bloody, like feature to the wine. And because of that kind of smoky, spicy, almost gamey flavor profile, that and pork are a match made in heaven.
So now, when it comes to the ribs, and you're drinking a Syrah, so when you're taking a bite of those ribs and you're drinking that Syrah, is it dry?
It is.
Okay. So, and that would balance out the spices and so forth of the ribs,
Absolutely.
right? And also of the caramelized part on the other ribs.
Absolutely. So that spiciness kind of plays with that sweetness factor as well. And then Syrah can have, about medium tannin is pretty normal. So it also helps kind of cut through the fat content of those ribs too.
Well, there you go. We'll see, there we go. Now, Robyn. What are you eating with the? Well, you got a mouthful of food. What would you be drinking? Now, are you
Sweet tea.
drinking sweet tea?
I'm a Central Texas girl. Of course it's sweet tea.
Okay, but here's the question, and I'm gonna go back. Now, are you using a 5-pound bag of sugar for sweet tea? Or are you using just Sweet and Low or Splenda?
No, it's sugar. Sugar.
Okay.
No artificial. No.
No artificial.
And the trick is to put the sugar in the tea when it's still warm, because it dissolves quicker and it makes the tea sweeter.
Okay, now, are you doing your outside sun tea, or are you doing,
That's on the stove.
that's
Yeah.
on the stove?
Sun tea, I can take it or leave it. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's the difference between Waco and Dallas. So just saying, tea here. The tea that my grandmother used to make was she would take a 5-pound bag of sugar. She would put the tea outside, put it in some water, and throw a bunch of lemons in it, and pour the whole 5-pound bag of sugar in that tea, and it would sit outside. And as kids, we would run up to see if it was ready yet, just because it had to be a certain color. And it was, I was like, nope, it ain't ready. And so then we'd have to go back home, and then we'd wait, and then, it was like, Grandma, how you doing? It's not ready yet. Okay, cool. But then we get over there and we get it. We're like, oh my God. And then she would take crushed ice and put it in a cup and pour it for us, and we'd sit there, and it was a sugar rush.
Oh, I bet.
Because the thing about it is we weren't staying with her, so she'd say, take your behind back home. And then my parents would be like, what just happened? And he'd be like, Dad, it's your mom. She made sweet tea. And then he would leave and go get some. So that tells you it was a good
How good it is.
Oh, I had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Ellen, your husband just showed his wine expertise. Go ahead and tell us about your expertise when it comes to eating food and so forth.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at building an appetite and just going to town on a plate and eating every last bite. Devin taught me not to waste food, so.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Deb and I went to the same college.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, we eat. We don't play around. We eat. And one of the best things I like about it is Devin is eating on camera and he has no problem with it, and that is awesome. No. That is awesome. I'm going to do that one day, but then I'd talk with a mouthful of food and spit it all over the place. But no, I'm joking on that part. Now, what's your guys' plans for the future? What's your goals? What's the next? You guys got any trips planned? What's next?
Someone just recently asked me that, so I should have an answer for you. We are kind of completing our last 5-year plan goal, sort of. At the steakhouse I've always dreamed of being at, and Devin's in a good spot where he's at with jobs. Mm-hmm. Our long-term goal is to own our own wine shop one day and sell our own liquor and wine or beer and wine, and have a cute little shop where we can serve some food.
Oh, that's
Maybe
awesome.
serve some cheese.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Trips planned. We don't have any plans for the rest of the year, but hopefully in February or March we can go to the beach.
And then Champagne and Chablis a little bit further on down the year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. When I was in Hawaii, they had it was really awesome. I was in Maui, and they had a little wine shop there. It was the only wine shop on the island, which was really cool, and they made their own wine. And, you don't think about Hawaii is a wine region, but they, you
No.
know, it was just really amazing. And then they had people, you could sit outside and you can look because you can see the ocean from every point.
Oh, yeah.
Of Maui, so which is really awesome. But just to sit there and just be like, wow. And then they did. They had little charcuterie boards for each table, you know, to sit, and it'd be like, oh, that would be the life.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
that right there, that would be awesome. Now, you're a collector of wine,
I am.
okay? And how many bottles? No, nope, I'm not going to say that because everybody knows that I mentioned on the show how many bottles of wine I have, so I'm not going to ask how many bottles of wine you have. What I'm going to ask you is, what is one of your favorite wines that you enjoy?
I would say, so I do like Syrah, and that's part of the reason I certainly plugged that in there. But I've gotten really into white Burgundy. I love Pliny Montrachet. I love Meursault a lot. Both of those are two regions that I've really started to dive into. And it's, you know, it's Chardonnay. It's an innocuous grape. It takes on a lot of the character of where it's grown, and a lot of them like winemaking techniques of where it's grown. So really just mineral driven, really beautiful, elegant wines. Not your typical big burly like California Chardonnays. But those, and then Bordeaux is something I'm fascinated by, and I spend a lot of time studying Bordeaux.
Oh, that's incredible.
Devin, I have a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
How frequently do you have to drink wine and vary your wine taste in order to develop that palate? Like,
Ooh, good question.
Every day.
yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
is it a daily thing?
There's-
And you have to, because I know I'm very prone to buying the same things over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
And so I guess you have to kind of train yourself to look outside of that, right?
Absolutely. And luckily, one of the places I work, we have bottles open just about every day, and we're tasting brand new things, and it's all sorts of different price points and different regions, and it really helps to kind of both delineate down things, and then on top of that, just kind of develop a taste for what these particular regions are supposed to taste like.
Now, one of the things that I know, and when many people find a certain wine that they like, and the only reason that they like that is because either they like something sweet or it's something they had that's already opened at somewhere else or they bought it before. Robyn, when you ask that question, what is some of the things that you drink when it comes to wine? What are some of the things that you look for?
I like the sweeter wines for sure. I mean, I am definitely a quintessential, suburban mom when when it comes to my wine drinking. Nothing against that, but
No, not at all.
I've never really been a fan of like Merlots. Just they're heavy to
Sure.
me. And I mean, there's a time and a place for them, sure, but I usually go with like a Riesling, something really girly. At least it's not a Zinfandel. I mean, at least it's a little bit more
Oh,
sophisticated.
I love Riesling.
But you know what? I think one of the things about it is there's a stereotype out there where because you mentioned about sweet and Riesling, because a lot of people think that
And being
Rieslings
girly,
are
yeah.
sweet and being girly, and I think it's whatever.
Sure.
I think it's whatever because sometimes, so for example, just like if you to hang out with Devin for a day, he's going to get things around that you normally would like, such as a Rieslings, but he would probably try to throw something else in there or try to change it up a little bit just to
to
work on your palate and broaden your horizon.
Absolutely.
So which is amazing. The one thing that I always liked when I first started drinking wine before gray hairs, it was Merlot. It was a little Cabernet. You drank it with a steak, and it was like this and that. And it was simple. You didn't drink it by itself because, back then, Silver Oak was like, woo,
Oh, yeah.
wow. And, the Cabernets were so not too many people knew about French wines and different things like
Certainly.
that. And so, it was a status symbol when you went out to dinner, you go to steakhouse and like bring that Silver Oak. And you're like, ooh, okay, awesome. And now, don't get me wrong, Silver Oak is a great wine.
Sure.
But there's so many more out there that is just fascinating. One of the things reason why I say it's fascinating is because we're taking a grape in a certain region, in a certain area with different soil, the weather is going to change, and they grow this grape. And they make this wine and they put it in this bottle. And for however, or, I'm saying go back to the barrel, and then, the many different things there, and then you go to the bottle, you put it in this bottle, and you have the history of a plot of land or an area that I may never even go to, but I get the opportunity to be able to taste it.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that's pretty awesome. I was a huge fan of the Purple Angel.
Oh yeah.
Huge fan. I got quite a few bottles of the Purple Angel that's just been sitting there. But it was something that was different.
Certainly.
And I was like, it's amazing. Now the Shirazes, D'Arenberg, all the Australian, D'Arenberg, the Molly Duker, and so forth. Australia is one of the places I was always wanted to go.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
which I'm going to accomplish that goal. But just to be like, I got a piece of Australia in this bottle right here.
Absolutely.
And in this glass, so which is amazing. And then I think about it when I taste it. I'm thinking about, man, you're tasting the dirt, you're tasting the wind, you're tasting the sun, and I'm like, that's pretty awesome.
There's a lot that goes into it, and it's like, one of the things that drew me to wine in general is that it's such a multidisciplinary subject. There's so much that goes into it. If we're talking about the history of the world, how wine has evolved over the course of time and how it has been accepted and or not accepted one way or another, has interplayed with the history of the world in different countries and rises and falls of empires and things of that nature, and certain bottles of champagne that are part of the monarchy of England, things like that. It's so cool to see how significant wine has been at big historical monumental times in history. And then you have the geology of things, you have the weather, you have this tiny little farmer that makes wine in this corner of the planet that only produces 3 barrels, and it costs an exorbitant amount of money because a bunch of people fell in love with it and they only make this much. And it's just a really cool and interesting thing to be a part of.
I think that's pretty awesome. And and you talk about wine and so forth. Now I'm a clean freak, so I'm dusting bottles of wine, wiping them off, looking at, okay, cool, all right, cool. I put them in certain areas and different things like that. Now I got to get more to place them in other places, and these are cellar temperatured, and this bottle of wine has been there since 1979, and you're like, do I know if it's good or not? No. Do I know if it's been cellared in the right temperature? You hope and pray.
Absolutely.
When I got it back in the 80s, I was like, okay, man, this will be pretty cool. But one of the things that I like, and Robyn, if you could imagine this, what's the oldest bottle of wine that you've seen, Devin?
Oldest bottle of wine that I've seen, 1847 Chateau de Cam.
1847. Now, I was born in 1848, but no, I'm just playing. If you can imagine, that bottle of wine has traveled through time and history. And that's one of the things. And to be able to open a bottle like that, and hopefully that it would taste good.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that the amount of history that is unleashed out of that, I think that's something that's pretty awesome. Now, Ellen, we hadn't forgot about you because, Devin and I just been chit-chatting for a little bit. And we'll talk again. We'll have another show with Devin. We'll have a barbershop and talk, and we'll bring Devin on, and Ellen can sit on the side and, and be the cheerleader and so forth. Now, Ellen, you work out quite a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. How's it going?
Great.
Yeah. What's the great part about it?
Besides hanging out with you.
What you mean, girl? What you mean? What you mean you hang out with me? Yeah, what you mean? Workouts aren't that easy.
No.
And I throw some things at you that you're not used to.
Never know what to expect.
You never know what to expect.
It's going to be an easy day or a hard day.
Mm-hmm.
So I always come in with the same attitude, just get it done.
I think one of the things that was awesome, and you were talking about breathing, and I did exercise. We did some exercises and so forth where we changed everything up, and then you had to force yourself to learn how to breathe.
Yeah.
Right? How tough was that?
Quickly. It was tough. It was.
What was the tough part
It
about
blew
it?
my mind a little bit. Yeah, it was nothing I had experienced before. The tough thing. What was the tough thing?
Yeah, what was the tough thing about it?
Besides
you
actually like getting a breath and a good rhythm.
trying to get it in a
Feel
rhythm.
like it was about to fall out of my chest. Yeah.
Yeah, because we changed up the way that you would normally do things, and changed it up, and just try to change the pace, tweak it here, and and do this, and do certain things. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do. That's up to Ellen. If she wants to, she don't have to. But it's getting you out of your comfort zone. It's getting you in a place to where your body never knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's being able to say, hey, you know what? I want to breathe. I want to do this. Because one thing that you love to do is drink wine. When was the last time you had a glass of wine?
11 weeks ago.
Ooh. 11 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How tough is that?
It's been harder the longer I go.
Yeah.
Especially when you, and I'm not, and I don't know, especially when Devin's like this.
Yeah.
Smell
Right there
this.
next to me at dinner.
Smell
Yeah.
this.
That was that
Oh.
was dinner last night.
Oh, smell this. Oh, it smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't have none, but that is pretty tough. Now, how
Started
long?
with champagne, then he went with his
Oh, he went
wine,
with champagne.
yeah.
Oh, he was on a celebration. Oh, boy.
That was
Wait, so that's part of that, what we talked at the beginning, that communication level.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Communication, that trust and the respect. Babe, I know you owed some. But how far are you going to go?
I've got 4 more weeks. I'm going to drink at Thanksgiving, and then we'll reevaluate.
Okay. Now, and it's one of those, because you're trying to get to a certain goal, right?
Yeah.
You have a goal in mind, what you
I
want to
do.
do. And it's not one of those that you have to explain it because it's your goal. And we will come back. I will bring her on the show. I have a workout show that I have coming with everybody that I work out with, and just kind of give them tips and pointers of what they do, and just share with everybody else. Now, when you're working out, what is one of the things that you have to balance your day? Because you work a full-time job, you work out, you support your husband. I mean, not support. I don't mean support.
But I got to,
You work
keep the
together.
house
You work
going, yeah.
together. You work together. How is it? How do you work out, do your job, and all your other responsibilities and other roles? How do you juggle all that?
One step at a time. A good schedule.
There you go.
That helps. A lot of water.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, shoot, that was a simple answer. I could answer that myself. Okay. Robyn, how do you juggle your schedule?
Schedule? I have no idea how to keep a schedule. I am the worst. It's like something in me just cannot handle having things scheduled for me. I don't understand what it is.
But
I have to have a routine.
But
I mean,
you.
and I'm a
But
single mom, so I can't tell you what time I go to bed every day. It's different. I mean, I'm that much of a person that I have every paper planner known to man. And I can write down all kinds of times in it, and I can program them all into my phone, and it still will fly right out the window.
wow. But
I don't know why. It's an organization thing, and I would love to have the kind of self-discipline that requires. I just don't. I mean, my cell phone contacts are immaculately organized, but that's the only thing in my life that's
that's
organized.
incredible.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. Well, with my schedule, I have to remind myself, on a daily basis what my schedule is, and I'm
Because yours changes.
Trust me, it changes like that, and I have to be able to adapt. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, we need to work out at this time or change it up, because it's just so much that fluctuates. But one of the things that I know it's going to sound kind of crazy. 2 of the things that I'm passionate about are shoes and wine and food. It's crazy. And I have a lot of shoes, a lot of sneakers, a lot of boots, I got a lot of shoes, let me put it that way. But those are the things that I just try to make sure. And so it's kind of one of those things that when I'm messing around with them, okay, what's my schedule? And I sit there and it scrolls through my head. Oh, I remember I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. Because I can send a schedule. I'll send a schedule out on Sundays about what everybody's doing, and then things will change. And then it's like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay, I got to adapt here and switch places. It's a puzzle on a regular daily basis. But I keep going, and I keep trying to get it good. What'd you guys think about today?
Good.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great
No.
food.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So good.
Well, Robyn right here, she is she's the genius. She's on the wheels of steel. She will be the one who will put it out on the social media and so
Fantastic.
forth. And so, which is awesome. So we're going to train, put some pictures, change it up just a little bit. So, which is awesome. But just incredible. Now, before we get out of here, one of the things we do is we give a shout out. We give a shout out to whoever you want to give a shout out to, and say whatever you need to say, whatever motivational or whatever you have in mind. We're gonna do that here, and then we're gonna start with Robyn. So, Robyn, why don't you go ahead and who are you gonna give it a shout out to?
I'm going to shout out to my neighbor Sandy. She helped me carry my trash out this morning, so I was on time to work, and I was really thankful for that. So
Wait, she helped you carry your trash out?
Mm-hmm.
Can you can we get her number? So
she
can
come by your place?
Yeah, she can stop by everybody's place and start carrying trash out. That'd be great.
Yeah, she was awesome. She saw me struggling with it, and she totally stepped in. She was awesome.
Well, that's awesome. Awesome. Great job. Which one do you guys want to go first? All right, Ellen, go first.
I guess I'm going to make a shout out all to all my steak peeps, my steak girls, really. They know who they are. And I had a friend whose birthday is this weekend. She's a new friend, one of my first friends I've made out in Forney where I live. And the energy that has brought to me from a new friend is just very powerful and motivating. And happy birthday, Erin, if you ever see this. Probably not, but it's just the impact of a new person in your life is powerful. And just remember that. Make new friends.
That was a powerful statement. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, she will be seeing this because we're going to make sure we try to get it to her.
Absolutely.
So we're going to put it on your social media and so forth, and then you can share it with her.
Cool.
So cool. Devin, who you getting a shout out to?
Can I talk about my team at the
You
shop?
can talk about whoever you want
Fantastic.
to talk about.
I just want to give a shout out to my team over at Pogo's Wine and Spirits. Had a big single barrel bourbon rollout this morning. There's a lot of chaos, and we had each other's backs, and we got through it together the way we always do, and how we'll do it through the rest of the holidays. But I'm very thankful to work with each and every one of y'all, and happy to continue to learn in that environment moving forward.
Where is Pogo's?
Pogo's is at the corner of Levers and Inwood in Dallas, Texas.
Awesome.
Best wine shop in Dallas, if not in all of Texas.
You can find
Wow.
Fortaleza there too.
You
right?
can find Fortaleza
Can't
there.
find Fortaleza there.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. What about Bland's?
Nah,
Okay, cool.
you gotta know a guy to know a guy
You got to know a guy.
that knows a guy that knows Henry.
There you go. There you go. That's a good one. And you said Pogo's, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Pogo's. He just gave you a shout out and use your name and so forth. So I'll expect at least one nice bottle of liquor, two bottles of wine, one port,
And a cheese. They
We do sell
cheese,
good
too.
cheese.
and a cheese plate per month, so we can say we're sponsored by Pogo. So I just want to give you a heads up. Now we'll start that off the first month, and then after 6 months we'll renegotiate. So no, I'm just playing. When it comes to bottles of wine, if I see something that's completely different, and I know that I don't need it, but it's something that I will eventually love to share with more people, then I'll probably go there. And I haven't been to Pogo's, and it's probably great because
Come in.
it saves me money. So unless Pogo's right now, because I've said it, what, 3 times, 10
That's
times,
true.
whatever,
Right.
however many times it is. So I'm expecting something. No, and I will post it on one of your social media outlets just to let you know, or I will send an email or something. So anyway, if you see a large black man protesting outside waiting for a bottle of bourbon, that's me right here. I'm just giving you a heads up. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm going to give a shout out, especially for my guests here today, especially you two, because it's an honor to have you here. I mean, it really is, to be able to know more about you, because the things that I see and the things that I comprehend about you guys, it was right on point. It is very tough for two people to be married, to spend a lot of time together, but also work together, and also to have the skills of communication, respect. Love is right there. It's seen on you guys on a regular basis, and I applaud that. And I applaud that for anybody out there who continues to keep doing that. I mean, I think that's awesome. And so what I see within you guys is something that is absolutely amazing. So I want to give a shout out to you guys. I give a shout out to Robyn because she's put up with me for 3 days now, and that's pretty awesome. We've had fun. Three different guests, and plan to come back next week and have more. And I think this is show 99. Am I right, or do you?
I think it's 98.
98 or 98?
I'll have to look, but yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to look, because if it's 98 and then I come to the next one and we say 99 and it's actually 100, But on the 100 show, I mean, I hope we're gonna blow it up. So, which is good. I got a couple of Junior Wakefield shows that I'm gonna do in there. But I'd like to bring a lot of people in for the 100 show, which is pretty awesome. And Patricia Dixon, if you're paying attention, I want you to come back. So, I give a shout out. Everybody knows I give my shout out to my son Zachary. You know, one of the things that's amazing in life is we go through obstacles and we run into walls and we have unforeseen circumstances that happen. Cancer is something that happened to our family, and it's something that was devastating. Devastating. But he's a fighter, man. I'm telling you, he's a fighter. At his age, I don't know if I could have done the things that he's done to continue to keep fighting and to keep going on. Cancer is a blank. You can use whatever you want to. There's many different words I want to use about it. But I give a shout out to him because not just because he had cancer, but because all of us in the family, like, we had cancer. Because it was a tough thing to deal with, and we're still dealing with it and overcoming and learning many more different things about it. But one of the things that we have to continue to keep going is communicate and have that love. And because I'm telling you, during tough times in life and in general, no matter where you are, who you're with, and so forth, there's struggles. And you have to remember it's one day at a time. And I say that for myself because I battle every day. But it's also one of the things that I've seen, because I see certain things and I take positives in people and I use them in my own life. And I try to use them and incorporate with people that I either work out with or people that I come across, people whether I work with, people that I cook for, and so forth. And so I give a shout out to everybody that's been giving prayers, that's sent out messages and so forth. I give a shout out to you because we need them. Trust me, we need them, and we'll take them all. And I know I asked for a lot, but we'll continue to keep asking for a lot. I give a shout out to the staff here at Real News. Man, without this opportunity, I wouldn't be sitting here. But also being able to share something that I love, which is not work, to be able to cook for them on a regular basis. Amazed. You know, every time I keep going through the names, but I'm giving a shout out to Jeff, Sarah, the governor of 175, Trey G, Robyn, of course, and her daughter Maggie, who just had her birthday, and everybody else out there, you know, who's produced the show and who's given me this opportunity and this platform to be able to sit here. Give a shout out to the family and all the workout groups. Man, love you guys more than you'll ever know than words can express. And I get a shout out to Pogo's because I'm expecting that bottle of bourbon or that bottle of wine. So when you see Devin, just go ahead and give it to him. Now listen, I'm not telling you that I want anything expensive, you know, and I understand because there's certain things out there that you cannot get, and I don't need any more Buffalo Trace because I got enough. And the Blands, I understand, you know, Blands is somewhat overrated, you know, just because I got 4 or 5 bottles, I'm good on that
Stocked.
one. But anything out there that you want to share, I'll be glad to take it. So but thank you guys. I want to thank you guys again for being able to be here.
Thanks
Thank
for having
Robyn
us.
for being on the Wheels of Steel. Always amazing. I look forward to seeing her again next week. So, guys, thank you for watching What's on Your Plate. I'm Junior Wakefield, along with Robyn, Devin, and Ellen. So appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time, all right? Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and reach out to us to cater your next event.